Can you hear me?
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh yeah. How's everything going?
Better than bloody Friday because that were boring.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah. And everything good with your team and everything in there?
Um, no.
Things will get better, I hope.
Yep.
Yep. Same. Hey, so a lot of things that happened last week, I think, in terms of Dreamzone and in terms of choices. And also, I discovered some app I would like to share with you at the later half of this episode. Um, so, what would you like to talk about first?
Um, what do you say? I don't really know, to be honest, because there's too much to talk about.
Yeah. Okay. So why don't we get started with so from choices we have just one book because it's just Nanny affair, right?
And and shipwreck, but Brandon's the one talking about that.
Oh yeah. Shipwrecked. I haven't played it yet, so yeah. But yeah, we can definitely talk about it. You
Yeah,
here?
sorry. Yeah. My mum thought it'd be funny to call me.
Oh yeah. No worries. No worries. Yeah. So let's get started with the Nanny affair then, chapter 12. So we talked about a lot on the date released. We speculated a lot, right, over a call.
Um, what did you say again? Sorry, my mind wasn't in the right place.
Oh yeah, no worries. Yeah, I totally get that. Yeah, so I said, the nanny affair, chapter 12. I think we talked about a little bit with us, with each other over a call on the day the book released, the chapter released, right? Friday.
Yes, we did. And it, I don't know if you read it, but it was. I'm not. It was very boring. Um, we finally got to see Mickey and Mason. Well, not see him, but like a virtual game thing.
Yeah,
Sam wanted to hook up with us again, which correct again. Um, Honestly, I can't remember what happened. Literally, the most exciting thing happened in the last 5 seconds of the book. Oh
yeah,
no, who charged us?
yeah. I think Robin sabotaged us, but I think the Sam will get framed for this one, and things will start happening from here. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I was going to say that. I would probably. Yeah, I've seen a lot of people try to say that where it's quite obvious where it's going to be Robin, but you never know. Might not be. It might one with the people working for them. Like you say, Robin might
Yeah,
want to frame it on Sam to cause some trouble.
of course, 100%. Anything can happen. You can never be sure about this.
No, you can't trust anybody.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, the honestly, it was a very boring chapter again.
Hmm.
Apart from the last 5 seconds of the book, I didn't enjoy it.
Oh yeah.
You,
I about the book, what I liked in this chapter at first, a little good. What happened at first, and also the video game with Mickey Mason. That was good. That diamond scene. Then we talk with Anton or Antoine, that rich guy
yeah,
who we need to impress. So then we are given the options to choose the right one to impress him. I like that bit. But after that, it was again a hookup scene. It was lengthier than the last chapters, but not like super lengthier, like the amount I was expecting. But right at the end, it leaves us with a cliffhanger that I think promises us that we will have something in the next chapter to look forward to that probably be shattering, but we'll have to see.
hmm. I just hope it's more exciting than it has been the last few chapters. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's nice seeing Sam and stuff like this, but I don't want to hook up with her every time I see her.
Yeah.
It's there's more to a relationship. I just want a big heart to heart. Just saying, it's either your work or us. Because she said she said it's always been in the end of chapter book 1. She said something about it's always been us, and now in book 2, it's always been work. So it's like, come on. I know the main character isn't a very perfect person, but let's face it. It's Sam's not perfect either. But I just hope we get something more interesting than it has been the last few weeks. Sorry.
I totally agree with that. I mean, this chapter was a start. Like this chapter was
Yeah.
quite different than the last chapters, but it's a good start. But it needs to build up from there for the better, because
Mm.
it needs to go up rather than going
Yeah.
down. So next chapter will be trivial.
I mean, it was a better chapter, but like the
Yeah.
most exciting thing, like I said, happened in the last like 5 seconds. It's like,
Mm.
come
Yeah.
on. I mean,
Exactly.
like I said again, if you didn't take the diamond scenes, the chapter again only a couple of minutes long. I just wish
Yeah.
it did longer chapters. But like we've said before, it's definitely going to be a 20 chapter book, 100%.
Yeah, of course, because if it ends at chapter 16, then I don't think they will get anything done with that, specifically how they have gone about this book for, so far. So that would be impossible. So yeah, I also think that it's going to be 20 or maybe more than 20 possible, in the last book. Anything's possible.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, yeah,
Yes.
like I said, I hope it's not Sam, but you never know with these books. But
Yeah.
I've got a feeling, I don't know why, I don't think it was Robin directly. I don't think it'd be her doing it herself. I probably think she's probably like I said, like I've just been thinking. Sorry, she probably got another one of her colleagues to do it for her.
Yeah. Could it be
But
that? Could it be our
wait,
colleague Aditya?
yeah, I was thinking that because how would they get hands on it?
Yeah. Oh no, he's not here. Oh, he's
Well,
not here.
who would have got their hands on it though? Who's only there with us? There's
It's
Robin,
or Sophia.
Sophia, and Sam.
Yeah, but would Sophia destroy her own project? Like, what is she gonna get out of this? I don't think it's
I don't.
Sophia.
No, I hate saying this. But I know I'm one for my crazy ideas, but I don't think it's Robin doing it directly. She's involved with it. I don't think she did it herself, though.
Hmm.
No way.
This is
Because
gonna be interesting. Yeah,
if the guards there trying to protect everything, wouldn't the guards have told us already before they even opened everything up? I mean, like I said, I don't think it's Robin directly. I don't think she did it herself.
hmm. Yeah.
But yeah.
So this is gonna be interesting, like to find out who actually sabotaged us in the next chapter. Looking forward to that, and hopefully it picks up from there and it talks about the story, not after something happened. I'm heartbroken. My project got shattered. Would you like to have sex with me to just make me feel good about this? I hope it doesn't go that way.
If it if it does go that way, I then all the praise I've tried to give the book earlier, that's taken all back.
Yeah, I
Because
mean, yeah, I mean,
like I said,
yeah. Yeah, yeah. Like we agreed on this that book one was actually a really good book. I mean, we all liked it. There was actual slow burn, and we weren't here. Like Sam was not able to decide between our main character and the job. Then finally, a lot of things happened, and Sam chose our main character. Then we started book two, and we go back to the same place. Sam can't decide which one is more important, the job, the company, or our main character. I mean, it's just the same thing happening. What happened in book? So it's like setting it to zero, and we are starting it again with more hookups and very little plot. So that's why it's been, like you say, stale so far. A bit boring. But hopefully it picks up. It needs to pick up from here.
yeah. I'm going to be brave and say this. Let's compare it to Witness. Right, we get to hook up every chapter and stuff like this, yeah. But at least in Witness, there's actually a plot.
Yeah.
Like you take all the hookup scenes without Sam and all that, and then
Nothing. Book two.
exactly.
Nothing. Yeah.
What I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah. The
Let's just
plot.
hope it picks up
Yeah. Good. Yeah.
because it's just boring.
Yeah, I mean, definitely. And what do you think by the mention of witness? I've been seeing a lot of people are saying, even people who have been playing choices for a long time, that the shipwrecked book is like Witness 2.0. What do you think? What's your comment on that?
I don't know because I haven't actually read the latest chapter, so I'm
No,
sorry,
no,
but I
chapter
can't comment on that.
no, no,
But I
chapter
have
one.
seen a few people say that. Oh, sorry, yeah, I did read chapter 1 and chapter 2.
Yeah,
But three's the one what just came out, sorry, yeah. I've read 1 and 2.
yeah. I'm all ears. Am I audible to you?
Yeah. Can you just give me
Oh,
2 seconds again? Sorry,
oh
I can.
yeah. Take your sweet time. It's all yours.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. 1 second.
Hey, welcome.
I know, really sorry for this. Oh
Oh,
my god, it would. Today's are just one of them days, isn't it?
yeah,
But yeah, um,
that's okay. Yeah, yeah. I hope you
shit.
helped your mom.
Oh, good. She just kept. She keeps calling me. Honestly, though, you can keep this on the podcast if you want. I don't know about anybody else or you, yeah. But it's like when I'm at a football game or talking to you or Brandon on the podcast or anybody, everybody messages me. But when I'm on my own at home, just doing anything, nothing. Sorry, everybody, no, nothing happens. You know, it's
Oh yeah, I totally know. I mean, when I have it's the same thing happens to me. Like this is off
yeah,
topic, but I'm doing something important. Like I have a deadline in front of me, or I'm watching a show. Everybody needs something, or so like everybody's calling me at the same time. But when I'm alone, like I really don't have anything to do, then nobody. That happens. Even when for instance, when I'm waiting to catch the bus. So if I'm
yeah,
waiting on this side, so I will see all the buses going the other way around, on the other side. So on
yeah,
the opposite route. So I will not get a bus of my route, but bus of the opposite route. Now, when while coming back, when I'll wait for the bus of the opposite route, all the buses of other route will go. I was like, what?
it's really annoying.
Yeah, I know, but it's I don't know. It happens. It happens with everyone.
Yeah, I think witness. No, not witness Macaulay. Um, sorry about this. Another plane's going over my house again. Jesus Christ. Sorry
No,
for
no,
this.
no,
Was it
no.
shipwrecked? Yes.
Yeah,
Um, I'm not saying just yet because I haven't read the latest chapter, but it's hard to say.
yeah, because I heard like depending on the first two chapters, people said like it's Witness 2.0. So I was just
Hmm.
wondering like what do you make of it? Yeah, like how do you feel about it personally?
So far, it's good.
Yeah.
I can't say because I haven't read the latest chapter. You see, so
Mhm.
that's all. The first two chapters were very promising, but yeah, I'm sorry, I just can't say because I'm trying to grasp at straws here.
Yeah,
But
sure.
yeah, you know what I mean. It's like anything. I can't make a comment on it because I haven't read the chapter yet, the latest chapter. So yeah,
Yeah, yeah, I understand. Yeah. Okay, so I think we all agree on this that the nanny affair needs to pick up from here
oh
if
yeah,
if it plans to sort of sway us or like it plans to mop the floor with the other competitive books releasing after this. You know.
yeah. Just it's just a bit too boring at the moment.
Yeah.
With choices, that is. Because what? Nanny affair, then shipwrecked, and that's it. You
Yeah.
know.
Let's hope for the best. Hope for the best. Yeah.
Yep.
Also, now talking about, like I said, the Nanny Affair was the book of the last year that I enjoyed the most, alongside with Queen Bee. And Queen Bee, so there's a lot of buzz going around about Queen Bee. So now Queen Bee is coming out this September. How are you feeling, first of all?
Did you see my Instagram post the other day on it?
Yeah.
Did you see my Instagram post? Did you?
Oh yeah, about Poppy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I'll say it once. I'll say it again, and I'll keep saying it. If I promise, I swear down, if Poppy becomes a love interest of any sort, I will not be playing Queen B.
Hmm.
Literally not, because I get that people like her, but I just don't think I'll be playing it if Poppy becomes a love interest.
Hmm. Oh, yeah. So I think around that answer, I think what is going to happen. This is what I perceived after hearing that Q and A, watching that Q and A. I think they said like there was a enemy with benefits, sort of a deeper complexity in the relationship
Oh,
between Poppy and her main character. So they said
I,
in quote, book two, they're gonna follow it. They're gonna continue the same thing.
no.
Yeah,
Seriously,
yeah.
I didn't even watch the rest of the video. Like,
Mm.
I know you're probably telling the truth, but you better be joking, because if it is, I'm not going to play it one bit.
Oh, but they don't say like. I think we'll have the same thing what we had in book one. Like one or two hookup scenes here and there. Sort of. Like she's getting softer on us, we're getting
Oh,
softer on her. So something would happen, and I think she's going to be given a redemption arc, or maybe
oh
I don't
no,
know,
no.
because they don't answer directly that she's going to be a ally. So they just sort of tackle it right and left. They just swivel past it.
To be honest, I hope they do make her a love interest, because it'll shut everybody else up. But I just don't see the point in it. I
I
mean,
mean, yeah.
I would not want to sleep with somebody who uses her stepdad for money just to get into college, and the one who made somebody run out. What was it in book one? I can't remember. Sorry, read a woman go out of school of college because she was getting in the way. And someone I can't remember.
Yeah,
The one who
yeah,
disappeared.
yeah. Something Dalton. Yeah.
Yeah, I would never want to do without somebody in real life. Never mind in a book. But if that's what people are into, that's what they're into. But I'm not kidding when I say I am not going to be playing Queen B 2 if her Poppy becomes a love interest of any sorts.
Hmm. I mean, you can be, assured that this is not going to happen until later chapters. I mean, because there's going to be a huge, sort of redemption arc where you sort of like see she's
I know.
regretting stuff. Yeah, we'll have to see like how that turns out. Yeah,
I want to ask you a question about that, yeah?
yeah.
Do you think she should get a redemption arc?
I
And
mean,
based
yeah.
on what reasons?
I mean, but yeah, of course. I mean, if they plan to do that, I mean, because at the end of book one, I think there are some places where we see. I mean, what Poppy has done, how Poppy has behaved. I mean, that's horrible. I mean, if they're gonna do a redemption arc, that better be a huge, because I think and I see it coming. I see it coming. I'm not gonna lie because maybe they will tie it up with Poppy's life because Poppy never gets to see her biological dad. So when a person does not get something in their personal life, so maybe it's just a psychological thing. She was that, so they're sort of it could be along those lines, and things can change. And well, of course, if she genuinely wants to change, then we can definitely accept her that change. Now, yeah, she can become a love interest. Now, whether I'm going to choose her over Zoe and Ina, now that will depend on the story, like and that moment when they give me the choice. So a lot of factors will be there, but I kind of see how they can go with the redemption arc. But again, maybe she will stay as she was in book one, not a proper ally, but just a fling in another way. We'll have to see.
But as much as I don't want to say this, I don't think she's going to be the main antagonist in book two. Like the main enemy. I don't think so. I can't foresee that happening. I just don't. The way people, like you've said, by the sounds of it, the way they're talking about it, it just doesn't make it. Don't make.
Yeah. And also,
It
there's a
just
buzz about the X. Who is the X?
that's the thing.
Yep.
It's
I'm
somebody
excited.
in the college. It's a student
Yeah.
because it was it. Roses are red. You shine like a ruby. You better watch your back, because I'm coming for you, newbie or something.
Maybe. Yeah, that was
So it's
awesome.
like, how are we a newbie? Like, but yeah, I mean, I don't foresee it being Poppy, to be honest.
No, like we sort of like there's a hypothesis. So we hypothesized that it could be Benji. A lot of people said that's a common thing. Like people saying it could be Benji, but we also think like
Mm.
Rotten girl, like who Poppy destroyed. It could be her.
It could be her, because we're on top. Say,
Yeah.
I better watch my words how I say this, because we're on top of the log charts. Um, she might see us as being the enemy,
Hmm.
but obviously, like I've said that before, but I don't really. I think she'll do that. Eventually, she'll see that we're not actually the enemy, but she'll do stop at nothing and do anything just to get her own back on Poppy. But anything's possible.
Yeah, anything's possible. That's for sure. I'm
Yeah.
excited for this book quite because and specifically the twist it's gonna bring because I think of all the books that got a sequel in 2020 except Blades of Light and Shadow, they didn't have much of a cliffhanger. The Nanny Affair, it didn't have much of a cliffhanger. Open Heart, yeah, it did have, but not much. But Queen Bee, I mean, we have lots of
Very.
unanswered questions. Who is the ex, or what is going to happen with a lot of things and how it will turn out. So I'm excited for this. And like I said before, I like the writing in this book, like the T. First of all, the buzz with the T, and then the way they write it. It's like, hey, game on. It's just it's awesome writing. I'm looking forward to it.
I'll play it,
Yeah.
but
Hmm.
I'll play it up until if Poppy gets a redemption arc. I will not play it. If Poppy, I'll play it until Poppy gets a redemption arc or becomes a love interest of sorts. I'll play it up until then I will not be playing it after.
Okay.
I
So
just
what if till chapter 15 it's okay, and at the end chapter they make Pop your love interest?
fair enough. I'll just not read book 3 if there would be one.
Oh,
I just, it's like I've got an agenda against her. Sounds like I do, and I actually do have an agenda against her. I just don't understand so much. I mean, it's funny, isn't it?
yeah.
Everybody thinks the T is Benji. The X, not the T. The X, sorry. Everybody thinks it's Benji. Why do you think? Because he's not good looking. If it were Puppy the Black, no, it's not her. It shouldn't be her. It can't be her. You know?
Yeah.
Everybody just assumes it's him, which I've got a feeling it might be him, but I think he'll be blackmailed into it. You know?
Hmm.
As much as I hate to say that, I just don't think, you know, but I don't think he's smart enough to do it all on his own, to be the main antagonist in book 2.
I
If
don't think
anybody,
so.
if anybody, it's him, or he's being blackmailed to do it, which I can possibly see. And there's only
Yeah.
2 other people I can think of. It's the person who is obsessed with Ina, or the person who went missing from. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? From
Also, the person who's obsessed with Ina, I mean, they
yeah,
can just provide some information, but I don't think she has the guts to be the main antagonist. And on top of that, she is a recycled model, so she has been an antagonist in 1 or 2 books, more or less. So I don't think she's going to be another antagonist here. So she's off the chart. She's off the table.
if you're using that logic, then I don't think Benji is. Then is it?
Yeah, same. Benji's also been used in various places. So they're like, pawn in the game. Like they're not the
Yeah.
king, not the queen. They're just
Nope.
pawns.
It's funny you should say Queen, because saying it now, Queen B, realistically, being an antagonist of some sort, like a person who betrays, or you know what I mean. I can't see it being the Professor Ina. No way. I can't see it being Zoe. Poppy,
Nope.
I hope it is, because I hope it is. because then I can get to speak my mind. If not, then I'm going to get shut up. I'm going to get cancelled cultured, you know. But you know, I mean, I can't see it being Benji all on his own. Everybody just assumes it's him. I don't think it is. Because
No.
1 minute, then do we ever find out what actually happens to him?
Hmm. I don't think Ben. I mean, yeah, Benji could be it, but in a way,
Exactly.
just a pawn, not the not the brain behind it. Like this is someone.
No.
I think it's that girl who
Yeah.
went missing because of Poppy. I think it is her.
Yeah. Like I said, I have literally nothing against Benji at all. I just don't think he'd be going through that trouble again just to piss us off.
Yeah,
Again, I don't think he would go through that. I think if he did do it, he'd be blackmailed into doing it. That's the only thing I could see, because I don't think he'd want to put himself in prison again if he did go against us like that again. Because think
yeah,
the repercussions he could have, and everybody would be slating him. But if it were Poppy, nobody'd say a thing. But that's a different story for a different day. You know, it's just, it you know, as
yeah.
I think
That I
that's
agree with. That I agree with. I totally agree with
yeah,
that. But also, yeah, again, like this Benji and Professor Inez, that the one
no,
who's obsessed with Professor, they're also character models that have been used before. So I don't think they are going to be main antagonists.
there's one person we've not thought of. What about the professor? Not the professor. The headmistress. A lot of people have said her. She could be involved in somehow.
Could
Or
be,
was it her?
could
But
be. Would be interesting to see if she is involved.
yeah, like what was it? Elementalists, book one, or was it book
Yeah,
two?
yeah, yeah.
Book one.
Elementary would be interesting. Yeah,
Yeah,
I can't wait to find out when Queenb releases. I'm just waiting with a batting heart for this book to come out.
yeah. I think as well, just to add on that, so it don't seem like I'm slating Poppy. I
Mhm.
think it's from personal experience in a way. Just not trusting people who have hurt you so much. You know what I mean? It's to me, every nobody had trusted somebody like her in real life. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
you know, it's just, but you know, I mean, I will play it, but it's um. Okay, it comes with love interest. Like I said, of any sort, I'm not going to play it at all. I'll watch the videos on it. I'll just not play it myself.
oh, yeah, makes sense. Okay. All right, so that's all I think from choices this week. What
Yeah.
else? We don't have much there. Yeah. Um, did you check out the survey? Not survey. What I'm talking about, the insider, like firsthand on your email.
No, honestly, I honestly I didn't get an email.
Oh yeah. So I would like to ask a question. They asked there like a survey. So
Yeah.
it said like, do you like multiple love interests, and when do you like it? So they said something like one option was multiple love interests, but only for hookups. Multiple love interests only for romance. Multiple love interests and some flings, and some other options were there that I don't remember clearly now. So, what do you think about that? I just want to know your opinion.
The first one with all the, I mean, if you like somebody that much, you won't go and hook up with anybody else. I'm
Yeah.
sorry, but no. But so that first option is out of the window.
Hmm.
Um, I don't mind single love interest books. You know, I really don't. I don't think they're as bad as everybody says. I think I can understand now. I can see why some people didn't like Nanny Affair because of how like much she was putting her work before us. Like, but when she said, "Oh, it's always been you," didn't she? In the end of in chapter 16 in it, when she says, "Oh, it's always been you," but yet she always constantly tried to push us away, and it's like I don't mind a single love interest book if they develop the character very well and it is gender customizable.
Yeah.
The fling ones I just don't like because if you're really in love with with a certain love interest, why would you go and hook up with somebody else? You wouldn't do that in real life, would you? Oh, I know it's only a book, but still, if you're doing it in a book, why would you do it in real life? No, I honestly think like that. It's true. It's like with a
Yeah,
Poppy situation. It's like somebody did that to somebody did that to you in real life. You wouldn't just do it. You wouldn't just forgive them because they were good looking. You would absolutely murder them. But I find it. I just if they properly develop a character and it's gender customizable, I just don't care. As you know, I get what I give. No, sorry, I get what I'll take.
yeah, I agree with that. For me personally, I think one love interest books, excuse me, one love interest books are, I think it could be like we were seeing with the Sam. Like if it's a smut story, like the Nanny affair, it can go downhill. But if it's
Yeah.
like a mental bond, like Dakota Winchester in With Every Heartbeat, then so I think I personally like my options. So just like things were back in the days, like America's Most Eligible, or like high school story, like we are given multiple love interests. So if it's if they're trying to make it a trilogy, then give us at least two books. So in the first book, we will meet up with everyone, not hook up. Like we will just see everyone, we get to know the barrier sort of gets down slowly, slowly. We get to see each other at the end of we get a little kiss or something, get a little bit intimate. Then book two comes, we maybe lock our girlfriends or something by the end of that book. And then book three is just with only one love interest, others as friend. It used to be in America's Most Eligible and high school stories. So these kind of features are really awesome, I think. And about the flings, I mean, if I, yeah, I agree with you there. I mean, if I like a love interest so much, then I'm not interested in other ones to spend diamonds on them. Like, for instance, if I don't like any love interest that much, instance, you know,
Sorry,
in
can I just add something there?
yeah, so like
It,
in
it's like
laws,
sorry. If it's like Gabe in Laws of Attraction,
yeah.
it's like let's be honest. Even Brandon knew it. Brandon noticed this. How much to force Gabe on you? At least make them gender customizable, and then we'll have a problem.
Yeah, I agree with that. So exactly, like in Laws of Attraction, I didn't like the love interests there that much. So yeah, I loved that they gave us the option of Lena, and even for some people Tyler. I like that. But again, for Distant Shores, I didn't even look for any other love interest, and I was quite happy with Charlie. And I didn't care if they had like two love interests or more. I think it was good that we didn't have any other female allies because I was happy with Charlie there. Same with Jen, like I liked Jen. I didn't want anyone Emma. So I think if I agree with you. Like I second your opinion that if I am really in love with one character, then I will not look for others to even hook up or just romance. But if I don't like, if they think, then I
Yeah,
think it's good to have some because otherwise the book gets boring for those matters.
yeah, I agree with that 100%. You know, it's. I do like Sam's character. I want to like her. It's hard when she's constantly just putting her work in front of her first.
Yeah,
I mean, what's worse? What could happen if she don't get the company? What's the worst? What could happen? You know? I
yeah.
mean, if we get a book three, it's going to be about the wedding.
I don't think it's gonna get a book two. I mean, yeah, it can get.
Book three,
A lot of people are spending a lot of diamonds on it, so it can get a book three. Because the royal heir. This has like series
God,
after.
that's book.
So I don't.
Honestly, that is one of the most boring books ever.
So yeah, it can get, but I don't think it's gonna be a success. I mean, book three. If they give it a book three, then it's even going to go. I don't know. I mean, I don't want to comment, beforehand, but I don't think it would be good. I mean, just I think they should wrap it up now because
Yeah,
they already came out of ideas halfway through book two.
yeah. I think as well. We all know what would happen in the book three anyway.
Yeah,
We said it last week. It'd just be a wedding, which has happened in like 5,000 other bloody story books. You know,
yeah.
it's the most cliche thing ever.
And
It
what else?
really is.
What we would even do with a marriage? I mean, Come on, the
What
same.
would honestly? What would the plot be? It'll be something like America's Most Eligible Book 3, won't it? Like where you have to go against a competition, like
Yeah,
you know what I mean, something like that. Oh
yeah, it's good for one book. Yeah, Amy,
no.
I think that was this, but that if they try to do the same thing, then it would be just like Amy, and it wouldn't be the same thing.
No, but yeah, I mean the love interests. I mean, a lot of people have touched on this before. I can't remember who said it to me before. Um, because they agree with the fact that yes, they need to make them interesting and stuff like that. But I think I just don't know what to add on that. No.
Yeah, and then like to give an example, another example of your point that you said, like instance, Foreign Affairs. I mean, this is another great book that released this year. If you don't consider the last couple of chapters, like Aina, I liked her so much, so I didn't even care if they had given me any flings or not because I wanted to be with Aina. And
Yep.
yeah, Blaine scenes, I did take them for something, but
Oh,
I was not really into that because I always wanted to, spend more time with Aina. So I wish they had given us more time with Aina. I think we were rigged. Same with Tatum. So I think they need to work on that, like how to give equal screen time to all the love interests. If you are making it multiple love interests, then it's good, but you need to give them equal screen time also. Not just a bad boy, not just the main love interest that people think the boss, the CEO, the main doctor. I mean, yeah, people. I mean, the majority of the people like die for them. For instance, no, but they need to just make it. They need to balance it.
yeah. I think as well what annoyed me with Foreign Affairs was the fact that the timeline her so much and then they made her the enemy, so of say. And then they tried to give the petty excuse for that. But I think the excuse to try to write for her was a bit pathetic. As much as I feel sorry for her dad, I won't care. I'd be like, you still knew you had the feelings for me that much, but you still went and did it anyway. I won't.
No,
But yeah,
I understand that because I think she just. I think also our mom didn't change a law or something. I mean, choices could have done a bit, better job with that. I agree, but I think they were thinking along this line. So our mom did a law or something, and someone else like sort of copied this law. So our mom didn't change it, so that law wasn't changed universally. So the healthcare was down, and and she got the deal even before we came into the campus. So I think if they had gone with this, it would have been a super awesome story. Like it's just a fake relationship, she wants to build to just get her job done, but she falls for the main character. I think it did have a potential to sort of like hate to love that path. And then she didn't want to harm us, but when she saw like we're getting harmed, then she sort of pulled out. So I think they could have done a bit more with it,
yeah.
but the idea was nice. I would have been all for this kind of story.
Uh, I think what I'll add on. In my opinion, I mean, just getting the right words out without saying something wrong. I get that she was trying to protect her dad,
Yeah.
but she didn't want to hurt us. But she still hurt us anyway. She could have. Because she didn't know it was us, but she kept doing it when she still knew it was us.
Yeah,
You
but
know.
with a feeling of guilt because I took some time and saying she said then we didn't know. So she said like well,
I
she was
didn't
talking
take.
about her dad, and she said like well, we said, oh wow, your dad must be proud of you. So she said, I don't know if my dad would be proud of me under you know recent
Yeah,
circumstances. So I think
yeah, that
Joyce.
was before what happened, wasn't it? Because I remember that now.
Yeah, yeah, before what everything happened. Yeah. So I think
Yeah,
Joyce just did a not so good job with representing that. So she sort of she was left out of this because they gave too much attention to Blaine. But
yeah,
I think all like love interests had their unique sort of part to play, unique role, unique storyline. And I think they just rigged it because of Blaine, like the bad boy, sort of like The writer dies. What is this guy's name? What is that?
Logan.
Logan. Yeah. So Logan like thing they wanted to create that and they messed it up.
Honestly, I'm not going to say what I was going to say because I'd get hate for it, but all because I feel sorry for lesbian women and straight males. I really do. Or
Yeah.
anybody who's gay or like, do you know
Yeah.
what I mean? It's like we
Yeah.
always get the short end of the stick, all because you think, all because But I mean as well, we blame. I think it was sorry. What actually happened? What kind of bad things happened with Blake?
They never tell us that. It's just they're the bad, like the bad boy, bad girl.
Oh no, I know what it is.
What it is. What is it?
Because she's the daughter of the rival people
Yeah,
we're against.
yeah, yeah. This
What?
like company CEO, your professor, rival company's boss, rival country's daughter, son, bad boy. I mean, this is really something I would like to get over because Tatum and Aina, I feel sorry for these two. One of the best love interests in choice. I do feel bad for them.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, I've got no more to add on it.
Yep, this is what it is. But yeah. Yeah, hopefully for the future books they do take these into consideration. But also, like, we're talking about bad boys in my two first loves. So there was this good guy, like the boy next door Mason, and bad
Oh,
boy
fucking hell.
Noah. But I think they were given equal screen time. That I would.
No way. I disagree massive. Yes, fair enough that might have got the equal screen time, but I know you like the character, but let me ask you one question. Out
Yeah,
of them two, who do you think's the most forced?
Noah.
Next door.
Yeah, he is Noah.
Yeah. Or is it Mason?
No. I mean, I don't think they're forced there. I think they have equal time, but
No. Honestly, as much as the attempt I agree, I just don't agree with that. Mason, the boy next door, I got all my names muddled up. It was clearly the more pushed one. The more pushed one, 100%. I
'cause,
mean, what
yeah.
about Ava?
Oh,
We didn't even
I
get
think
to bloody, like, chapter 75?
yeah, Ava, I think came later, and that made sense because MC didn't know like she was about her sexuality at first, so she was navigating. So I guess she should have gotten more screen time when she came in. But it's kind of it is what it is. But I would say like throughout the first 20 chapters, they represented Mason as a jerk who was like can't decide anything. But I get that. I mean. And Noah, I think till chapter 30, Noah got the upper edge on Mason. I mean, that's my personal how I felt. Now again, I really like the boy next door, and I sort of shipped them together. And I don't know about the music they played when boy next door and the main character Emma they got together. It was super awesome for me. But I think it was like that. But then you also see like what now how Noah was responsible for the incidents there. Then they sort of become friends again, Noah and Mason. So things
Yeah.
go from there. But I would say fairly same screen time. But that's how I felt.
As well, I'm going to got to be careful what I say here, yeah. You say
Yeah,
it's a book about all this sexuality, she's got fan sexuality. She didn't
yeah,
realise she were bisexual until like end of the book.
yeah.
And yet, a book about sexuality. We've got about 10 chapters of that. It's a 90 chapter book or whatever it was. And she only got to talk. Uh, yes, it's a book about sexuality, but for most of it, she was. How do I put this? She, um, it's a book about all this sexuality now. We've got about 5 or 10 chapters with Ava.
Yeah. Yeah, I think she was taking her time, sort of,
Yeah.
going back and forth. I mean, she started getting, softer, or she started, sort of seeing Ava as a, not just as a friend, but more than a friend from chapter 40. But then it sort of, like, so it sort of started building up from there, but then it sort of got buried, the feeling, but then again started rising again. So it was a wild journey. But yeah, I mean, Ava's time was not equal, but the main two love interests, because Mason and Noah, I think they were fairly enough. Not Noah didn't get the extra time because he's the boy, and, he's the bad boy sort of. So that was, I think, what should have been in Foreign Affairs.
I think as well, if it was going to be a book about sexuality, as much as I want to say this, don't want to say this, if it were a book about being finding out what she was about herself and not like bisexual and all this, yeah, why don't they just put Ava in from the start?
Oh yeah, because I think she, yeah, that makes sense, but also mainly like people, like girls date boys, so that's like a taboo. So she started dating boys, and Ava also started dating boys, and then at some point they realized that it's not what is making them happy, and then they think they wanted to do that. But yeah, I mean, the amount of chapters they spent, that was kind of worrisome. Yeah.
But yeah, I think I've got no what else to add on that.
Yeah. All right, so that's about choices. Everything we have covered, I guess. Um, so let's dive right into Dream Zone, shall we?
Yeah. Um, Lookalikes, because that's finished now.
Yeah. How was it?
Um, you know
Yeah,
the Observer, yeah.
yeah.
Do you want me to spoil it for you or not?
Okay, like without spoiling much, it's like a trailer. If you can tell me something.
The Observer is more related to us than the Letting On. That's all I'll say.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm not the saying nothing more. But I mean, it was a. I can't say much about it because I don't think you've read it. Last chapter, have you?
No, 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 no. I haven't.
They
Okay.
shot for one of the biggest revelations you will ever see in Dreamzone.
Ooh. Thanks for the
I
heads
won't say
up.
biggest ever revelation in a book, but so much to think I didn't even think of this. But I'll give you a little clue. Yeah,
Okay.
it will not spoil it. At the start of the book, he refused to kill us, the Observer, didn't he?
Yeah, 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 yeah. No, no, no.
Exactly.
I think I killed. I forgot.
Yeah, something about they could have just killed us, couldn't they?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
The Observer didn't want to kill us, and that's all I'll say.
Wow.
Yeah,
Then I'll look forward to it. Thanks.
honestly, it is a very big revelation. I did not think of this one bit. But yeah, lookalikes, it was good. You know, I mean, I don't know if you've played this chapter yet, but did you save Florence?
No, no, I haven't reached that far.
Oh, but yeah, I thought that were a couple of chapters ago. But yeah, but
Okay.
you know, but there's one thing I will say, which is not spoiling anything for you.
Yeah.
We haven't seen Paloma. She's
We
gone
haven't.
missing.
Wow.
She's
So,
gone.
do you think it's gonna go for book two?
Yes, because she's just gone. Since I don't know if you've got this far yet in it, but the bit part where the officer comes in and they were still looking for her for not Gillian because that's the FBI agent. Um, Paloma. She's since then we've not seen one bit of her because I don't know if you know this.
Yeah.
I can't say. Oh, have you got past the bit where the fact that what happens to Howard's wife?
Okay.
Have you got past that bit yet?
Nope. I'm at the beginning so far, like 2 or 4 chapters.
Yeah, but I mean it's a very good book. You'll be
Okay.
very shocked about the end thing.
Then I'll definitely make sure to check. Reach to the finale ASAP.
Yeah. Dreams. Not dreams. I don't know what else.
Level
Books is
3.
for. I want to talk about that last.
Honeywood.
Oh, that honestly, that book. I don't know what to say.
Yeah. I mean,
I just I
Mil-
didn't see it going back at all. Like, I think she's done it for a reason.
yeah, so it says like she has turned Honeywood into a militarized dystopia. Wow.
Yep. I can't believe that we're working with bloody what's his name? What was his name?
Crystal Silva.
No, the other person, the one who was supposed to be helping us,
Oh,
the ex
Dick.
boss.
Oh, ex-boss.
Forgot what his name was.
Uh, s- Harley.
Yeah, him. You know, I don't think we'd be working with him because he's a snotty no beak. I just don't know what to say about Honeywood. It,
Yeah. I mean,
I thought I didn't see it coming with Crystal going back, but that's all I've got to add on that. I don't know if you've got out to say about it.
yeah, I think a lot of things would happen in Honeywood next because, like in actual Honeywood, we're gonna go back and
Yep.
we'll maybe need to save Michelle and our friend because they could be in trouble because it's dystopia, and I don't know what
Yeah.
Crystal has done, so it's gonna be interesting, and we need to take her down.
Oh yeah, 100%. 100%.
Yeah. All right. So next we have, I guess, Hostel Story Book 3. How was it?
Oh, have you read all the chapters?
Nope, I am yet to finish. But you can tell me, like, I sort of read it till like halfway through the book, but then I lost my progress, so I need to restart again.
Oops. Yeah. On the front of the book, there's a character.
Hmm.
Her name is Nina. You'll meet her in next chapters.
Okay.
We're in a building with. I can't try to figure it out now. We have to go back to try and find someone. I can't remember. Mark, I think it is. Right. This person. I'm not going to say who he is, but he's not who he seems because he's not an adult. That's all I'll say.
Wow.
Um, and in other words, we get tied up in a room and we get shot in the chest.
Wow.
Ivy, as a ghost, comes back to help us, but I refused because I thought it was a trap, which I think it clearly was because we're hallucinating. We had a diamond scene to use our military expertise,
Mhm.
and then we have to go back into a building. And once we were in a building, I can't remember what it was. Is it Katia? Katia? Yeah. When we're in the back of that building, the guards go past, and we needed to get into a certain room, and we make out with her to make it look like we're together. But the guards don't know it is us, so they let us in. And then it turns out the guard says, "Oh no, we shouldn't be allowed. We shouldn't be allowed." I shouldn't have let him in. Sorry, shouldn't have let him in. So Katia says, "I'll go out there and sort them all," which I think was a bit suspicious. Because how could she manhandle about three or four people? So I thought, "Oh, that's all right. That's all right." And then when we went to leave, this woman was in danger, i.e., the person who was on the front of the cover. And it turns out she's actually working for people in the Silk Way. And
Wow.
it turns out that she tried to neutralize us, I think the word to say. But she tried to seduce us, but I ended up tricking her to make her to pretend to go and make out with her, but I didn't, because what the main character did was pick up a pillow, put it around her face, handcuffed her to the bed, and then mysteriously she said where they were keeping Grace and Mark. So yeah, that's all that's happened in the last few chapters.
Interesting. Yeah. One thing about this. So did they say like Ivy as a ghost dimension, or were we just imagining?
It was a ghost thing, but why would it give you the option to refuse to go with her or to go with her? I thought, nah, that's something a bit fishy, so I just refused to go. You
So
know,
was it a
so
diamond option? I mean, gems option?
no, it was a normal option, which
Oh yeah.
furthered my suspicions. Like, why would you refuse to go with her anyway? So I just picked refuse, and then she said, and then she pushed us back.
Okay. So I will choose to go with her, and I will tell you like what happens
Yeah,
afterward.
yeah, because I thought it were a bit like I don't know about you, but it seemed a bit suspicious to me that we got the chance to refuse
No.
to go with her.
Yeah, I
You
mean,
know?
since Ivy got shot at the start of book two, since then, like toward the end in book two, we get like two diamond options to like sort of intimate moment with Ivy, and that was like we were imagining Ivy. So that happened in book two twice at the end.
Yeah.
I mean,
But I mean,
the hostel story, I would say the book one was really nice. The whole European thing happened in
yep.
Budapest and everything. It was super awesome, solid story, the whole gang. But in book two, it started out well. But, after he lost Bella, after I don't know what happened with Ivy. I don't know if she's dead or not. And then we sort of get new people there. We sort of go like it kind of became a bit like then we got that woman who was like sort of in our like who liked us but wanted to kill us. It was sort of like it was just like Donna, in a Man for Hire thing. And
Yeah.
then in a book three we're seeing more new love interest, more new characters. Again we got Bella, we lost Bella. So I think it's just it kind of started out well, but it's now it's looking like a completely new book, not like a sequel. That's all I have to say about this.
Yep. But I mean, yeah, she actually come back as a ghost person, in book three. So
That's so sad because I wanted to see her back like as a love interest because I liked her so much in book one. And like secret agents working together. I like the duo.
But what I found interesting was the fact that she pushed us back when we was in pain. She didn't try to help us. You know.
Yeah, probably a hallucination, like you said.
But exactly. So there's more to Ivy than what it seems so far. So, but yeah, I mean that's about it for Hostel Story.
Yep. I mean, mostly in Hostel Story, except Bella and Ivy. I think everyone at some point betrayed us.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like, like in book two, we got that girl. She betrayed us. The other girl tried to kill us at the end. Then Katia is now doing what she's doing. Then we also get this new girl you're talking about, Nina
Yep.
or Naya. She's also
Yeah.
like that's kind of wild.
I think it's a recurring theme in Dreamzone books. You know, the people who are on the main character. Have you? I don't know if you've noticed. As I said this a couple of weeks ago, the people on the cover are more or less the people what betray us. You know, like in Devil's Deal, the Milton and Carrie. Yes, very much. Hostel
Uh-huh.
Story, book one, Elizabeth,
Yeah.
100%. She does. Um,
And there's another girl. She also is. Yeah.
Impossible Game, Grace, book one. She's a gold digger. Don't care what anybody says. Um, Devil's. No, let's talk about Devil's Deal. What's the other one? Honeywood, Crystal. Does she betray us? Yes, she does.
Oh,
Have you noticed a recurring theme here?
yeah. Grace. Grace betrays us. What about Aria or someone? She also does, right?
Yeah, I think she does.
And also that the another girl who is also in book two's cover. I can't remember her name.
Was it
Stacy.
Elizabeth? Stacy, yes. The one. I know Brandon said not to read the book just yet, but I've been reading it because it's a good book. But book one, I've just got to the chapter 5, where she punches us in the jaw, and it's like, yeah. I don't know if you've noticed that. You noticed that, haven't you? Like on every single cover, it's like the people who betray us most, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's
I've noticed that. Only I think the Rock Gang is the only book where no one
it
betrays
doesn't.
us. Yeah, the
I wonder,
girl who betrays us for just a mere second, she's not in the cover.
no,
Oh, no one is at the cover of Rock Gang. It's just a car,
I
isn't it?
know.
Oh
And if
yeah,
you think about it, the car who dropped us off at somewhere where we didn't want to get dropped off, that hippie.
yeah.
And that guy who said he wants us to make him feel safe and all this. I'm like, whoa, mate, pack it in. You
Oh
know?
yeah.
But I've got an interesting revelation for you.
Yep. Go on.
Book 1 of Devil's Deal, on the cover, it says Devil's Deal, doesn't it?
Yeah.
On book 2, it doesn't say Devil's Deal. It says Devil's Game.
Yeah, exactly. I said that before too. I mean, I think I told it to Brandon, but he like, is it showing Devil's Game? I think he said no, it's like Devil's Deal too. But oh
Nope.
yeah, it says the
Nope.
Devil's Game.
I honestly, if we've talked about it and I forgot, I'm sorry, but I noticed that yesterday. I thought, let's read Devil's Game. I thought, do you know when you double check something because you don't think of it? You're like, yeah,
Yeah,
let's read Devil's Game. I thought, what? Devil's Game? It's either a type, it's something wrong or there's something more going on.
yeah. Devil's Game. Yeah.
I reckon there'll definitely be a book 3 for that. Well, we haven't even talked about Devil's Deal yet, have we?
Yep. I mean,
What is it? Devil's Deal now?
yeah, it's Devil's Game now. Yeah. It's not Deal anymore. It's not Deal. It's the games. They're
It.
playing game with it. I mean, wow, that's an interesting name. Yeah.
I.
Now it makes.
I.
Yeah.
Go on.
Yeah. Go on.
Yeah, like I was saying, I noticed that the other day. I thought, Devil's Game. I
Yeah.
thought this seems a bit off, but I mean, might mean nothing. It might mean something. But why would they change it? They've even put it on the graphic, so it can't be like a general typing mistake, can it?
No. Because now at this point it does seem like a game because it's not a
Yes.
deal, but it's like a this whole opening up a new portal to hell. It's this
Yep.
whole thing going on. It's a
Which
game.
Miss Dawson is involved with.
Oh yeah. I mean, this chapter was super awesome. I mean,
Yeah.
I read this chapter for the second time, and I think this is a book. I would agree with you. You said it earlier in one of those past episodes that any other book in Dreamzone you wouldn't like to read it for the second time, but this book I would like to read it for infinite times because it's so exciting. So I reread it. So what happened? Like with Betty, we sort of make peace, and while talking with Betty, we get our answers. So
I mean, have you noticed something though?
yeah,
I just realised something just now. Yeah.
yeah.
Have you noticed all the enemies we thought were actually helping us? Betty, Felix. You
It's
don't
awesome.
think that somebody who's trying to not help us, somebody who's actually trying to help us, not naming names, is not trying to help us, but trying to gain for their own advantage. I've just realised that, we thought not Miss, sorry, that was a different point for a different minute. What is it, Felix? We all thought he was a
Yeah,
bad person, but he's trying to help us.
yeah.
Betty, we thought was a bad person. She's technically not, because she let us all know. Carrie, I don't want to talk about her. You could say, all right, that she was in a person's body and all this shit, but the way she was treating us, but yet she wanted to be there for us. But she liked us. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's gearing up for something big, because why would the enemies per se try to help us? Why would Milton say he would try to help us? Why would Felix want to help us? Why would Betty want to help us? They could have all betrayed us. They might be now, but it just doesn't seem like that way to me so far, because, sorry if I'm talking too much, I just get excited.
Yeah.
It's... But yeah, I mean, you did read the latest chapter, didn't you?
Yeah, yeah, of course, of course. I mean, this is the only book I would, of course, read.
I think as well, I'll reread it just in case I can think of any more theories, you know.
Yeah.
But after rereading it again, there's one person I'm starting not to trust, Miss
Oh,
Dawson,
oh yeah, definitely. She's sus.
because why would she hit out at us for literally just asking why have you got paint on your hands? She was like, "That's a very personal question. Do not ask me that." What? What? But you know,
Yeah.
I think let you talk about the latest chapter because I think I've not shut up.
Oh yeah, no. I mean,
No, sir.
no, I was gonna tell you, like, when you talk with Betty, some things come up to light. Like when we mentioned the baby who's gonna prevent
Yeah,
cancer in the future, Carrie's baby. So we talk about that, and we also know like Milton told Betty to seduce Carrie, so Carrie doesn't have any baby in future. And then also, Carrie went to Japan because she won a lottery, and who helps with the lottery? Milton.
Milton.
And the recent things happened also. Betty was trying to get a baby with with Carrie, and she talked about it with Dr. Foreman. So that's why I think Carrie had to die, because Milton didn't want it. So it's everything ties up to Milton. It ties back to Milton. So Milton is behind all of this.
Yep. But I'm still suspicious of Miss Dawson. I just the way she's been acting. The latest chapter, sorry.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. So just to excuse me. Just to like sort of put things to perspective, we were talking with Chester sisters, Diana and Sam, and
Yep.
suddenly after that, we find ourselves in the park with paint in hand. Then we take the map we had with us. Then Sam tells us that it's a ritual, and it has to do with paint, and something big is going to happen. Then we see Miss Dawson with paint in hand.
Yep.
So it's everything kind of weird. And also Sam says like there's going to be a portal that's going to open, and that's portal to hell. And also it's not the doing of just one demon, but multiple demons are at play here. It's getting super interesting.
Do you know what that's just sound like you said?
Yeah, why?
It basically sounded like you don't trust Sam or Diana. I don't. I don't. I'm sorry. I just don't. I don't trust them two at all. I don't trust anybody. I don't trust anybody in my life in person. But them two, it's just. God, that sounds stupid. But you know what I'm trying to say? We all trusted Miss Dawson. She's got suspicious. Why
Yeah,
would as Carrie after Carrie dies, two people confess to love for us?
yeah,
That's a red flag. Like it were a bit weird that she said that, and then Miss Dawson magically turns up and says this.
yeah.
Exactly.
Definitely.
But
I mean, what for me? What is keeping them off the doubt list? I mean, what's keeping the Chester sisters off the doubt list is, first of all, um, Sam is like literally helping us
yep.
throughout the war. So it's kind of hard to believe Sam will be the one. And second one, Diana has been with us since the book one, and she's also not a demon. So I don't see like why they would be against us. Like,
Yep. But
it's
you never know though, do you?
yeah, of course. I mean that's for sure. But that it would be like a wild card if they are with
I
against
mean,
us.
let's face this. Last week we all thought it would have been Felix. He's helping us. I mean, do you know what? That ties in, doesn't it, with what I said? I'm not making you try to agree with me. Why would the Betty, who we always thought was against us, try to help us?
Yeah,
Now she's helping us. She's been a very useful character, I admit. Felix, even Milton to an extent, say because he said we needed his help. Why would he say
um,
that? Obviously, no. But then I thought the next few days after, I thought, well, why would obviously he's the perpetrator of all this. But like I said, there's two more people. There's one more person to all this. Like you said, most logically speaking, after what you said about Sam and Diana,
yeah,
the only other person I can think of is Miss Dawson now.
yeah.
Felix, I can't see it. Betty, I definitely can't see it. Because now who else?
Nope.
Exactly. Or no, you never know. It could be our dad.
That would be a wild card.
That
Yeah,
would
like
be a
anything's
wild card.
possible. Yeah, anything's possible. They can come up with the biggest. But if it is like our dad Manuel or Diana or
Oh yeah.
Sam, it would be the biggest betrayal in the history of Dream Zone.
Yeah.
Biggest.
I think speaking of betrayals of that big, what is it? What would you say is the biggest? I think we'll go back onto Dream Zone. Sorry, I just thought this question. What do you say the biggest betrayal we have got in Dream Zone? I mean, I've read every book, so you can't spoil anything for me.
Okay. Let me the
I
biggest.
can't. I can't even think.
I would say that, let me just so let me just cross some books. So first of all, in Hostel Story, I wouldn't say I sort of thought they were sus, so I wouldn't say that was like the biggest all thing.
Oh yeah,
Um,
they were pretty obvious.
in Half Human, that was not also big enough. Impossible Game, not so much. Time and Time Again, not much betrayal there. I would say it's Rock Gang. I mean, that was a little bit, but I would say there's this one here,
Yeah.
Man for Hire, Donna. I mean, that was wow because I genuinely thought Donna was into us or something, or at least like she wouldn't be doing this thing. So that was the biggest betrayal of Dream Zone, I would
Yeah.
think. What about you?
Yeah. I mean, what was it? Well, Warrior. The name was
Soldier.
Soldier. Sorry, Soldier. Sorry. I didn't expect that myself either. You
Yeah,
know. But like
yeah,
you
that
say
was
though,
really
speaking on Dream Zone, literally the only logical. I mean, you never know with Dream Zone.
yeah. Anything can
The only
happen. Yeah.
Miss Dawson's very sus now.
Oh yeah, another betrayal. I forgot. I forgot. Oh Jesus. What about Crystal Silva? I mean, that was. I mean, I want to punch her.
Now you know what I feel like. You know.
Yeah. I mean, she's pissing me off. I mean, Donna didn't piss us off that much. I mean, just and even worse. Now she's going to destroy Honeywood. That is just worse. We have Michelle. We have our friend there. Oh my God.
I'm thinking as well. Not everybody in Honeywood is from Honeywood. You know.
Yeah, that would be interesting to see.
I don't think Michelle is.
Mm, it'd be
I don't
interesting.
think. I
I
don't
think
think she's.
Michelle's dad came from this world. I think so.
But yeah, going back onto
Yeah, Miss
what
Dawson
Cheryl
was saying
Beale.
something.
Um, I was shocked at that Miss Dawson. Her title was like that. You know, it just
Yeah,
seemed a bit sus. I thought,
yeah,
yeah, all right, something's going on here. Something's going on. But why would we have paint on our hands?
yeah. So that's a ritual. So I think we're
What?
also half demon and we're also powerful. So they also need us for something. You know what I mean? Like they need
Uh,
they need sort of us. Like who are the big demons here? Miss Dawson and Milton, our main character, and maybe some other forces that are hiding behind the dark. And also, do you know that they say like Felix has to fulfill the last part of Milton and Felix's deal. And what does it have to do? Will it have to do with Carrie being zombie? Because Carrie's walking dead now. So a lot of things are at play. And this is where I would say like this is the best book releasing at this moment. Love it.
yeah, because I could honestly go back and read it now, and I still wouldn't be. I still wouldn't. I still think of stories, but I don't know if I'm wrong. Or I just probably dreamed this or something.
Yeah.
Didn't they say they wanted to bring Carrie back or something?
Yeah, yeah, they did say like they wanted to bring Carrie back. Yeah. Also,
God.
and I think like this is just how my personal opinion and how I feel about it. I think both Carrie and Felicia would be back to human form by the end of this book. Something big would
Yeah,
happen before going to
yeah,
book three.
yeah. I honestly, and I've said this fine. Sorry, time and time again. Hint to another book, which is a very
Yeah,
good book.
yeah,
Um, I want a scene like where, like Brandon said as well, and you did. a scene where, like, do you know what I mean, where we're against all the odds and our mum come back and help us or something. Honestly, I'd love something like that. This book, I don't care what anybody says. This has got a book 3 written all over it.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. I mean, this is. I mean, you see how quickly it got a book two. I think this is a great progress for this, and I loved how they planned it. And this is the only book in Dream Zone after time and time again and Half Human that will keep you guessing about what is going to happen next.
I tell you what, I know I don't think I've said this in enough words. You can clip this, you can put it on Twitter, Instagram, I don't care. You name me a better book in any app as good as the plot is, as good as the artwork is, as good as everything is of Devil's Deal.
Hard to find.
Exactly. I think what I love about Devil's Deal is, like you said as well, you can go back and read it and you still think of revelations, you know what I mean? You'll still think of hints and stuff like that, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just such a good series, we should actually say. It's not Devil's Deal, though, is it? It's Devil's Game now.
It's Devil's Game, yeah.
Why would they change it, though? Because it's not a Thai fruit.
No, it's not a typo for sure. It's not a typo.
Typo.
They knew exactly what they were doing and they did it on purpose. And it has a hidden
I,
meaning.
I, I think they didn't think of how good that book was actually going to be. And I bet they just put Devil's Deal. I thought, to give it a book. And then I think, you know, like with anything, I mean, it's like, I bet they saw how much that many people like it. Like on the reviews and all the other stuff I've seen it on. And I've not seen one complaint about Devil's Deal. Ever. Not
No, there
once.
shouldn't be any complaints, yeah.
I mean, if I can think of any complaints about Devil's Deal, do you know what? I kid you not, I can't think of one thing bad.
Nope,
As
nothing.
much. No, yeah, there is. Sorry, I just want to punch Milton's face so hard, you know.
Oh yeah. I mean, yeah, Milton, but I really I like if he is doing something more actively because I like Milton as a villain. I've said it before because it's just interesting to see him at work. It's just super
Yeah,
awesome.
just the way he's just smug about everything, isn't he? You know,
Yeah,
it's you just want to punch his face in so hard.
and I think Milton could be you know, our ally in book three if something big happens. Like if we are dealing with a group of. I mean, I would love to see we working with Milton, but like not for a whole book, but for
Oh,
like
that would
take
be.
down a common enemy.
Yeah, I just can't see it, seeing it being against our mum. Not one bit. If it is, then that's a bloody shock and a half. But I can't see it that being that.
Oh, could be like Milton could trick us into thinking like we are going to take an evil demon down, and you need to help me so your friends will be safe. And Milton will trick us into
And it'll be our mum.
yeah, yeah. To they will face our mom and our main character against each other. They face off. Milton sits back, watches it. Just and it would be wow, just mind
Yeah.
blowing.
I think as well, I've got to ask you as well, and I
Yeah,
want you to think about this.
yeah,
If there is a cliffhanger or
yeah.
whatever for a book 3, what do you think it'll be? What it could be? And I don't care if it's the most out there suggestion ever. You know,
Yeah, I would say, I mean, depending on, I would have, if you had asked me this question like 2 or 3 weeks ago, I would have given you a different answer. But depending on what is going on right now, in terms of the story perspective about this whole thing about a ritual and opening a portal to hell, I think the cliffhanger would be maybe, I mean, I see two scenarios. First scenario is, like demons from hell come to our earth and there's like like a demon apocalypse, like people are dying and we need our mom's help, we need to unlock our full potential and save this thing here. And second possibility is that we go to hell, just like we go
yeah,
to Honeywood. we go to hell and we fight. Or maybe they will take Carrie with them. So we will need to protect Carrie. So with all of our friends, we'll go to another dimension, the hell dimension, and we'll fight off demons there. We'll get our mom's help. So I see these two ways for book three, but it would be exciting. What about you?
Yeah. Realistically, I don't know why. Probably just
Yeah.
because I want something like this to happen. I think it'll be something like a fight, like where we're in a dire situation, something's going to happen, and an ally of ours or somebody comes and sacrifices herself for us. I can really see that happening,
Ooh, that's dark.
because as much as I don't want that to happen, I
Yeah.
just want a scene like in Braidwood Manor. You've read that book, haven't you?
Oh yeah, 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 yeah. I was.
In chapter 6, that where the person, I'm not going to spoil anything, but the
Eleanor.
person comes out of the cellar. Oh no, you've already read it. Sorry.
Oh,
And
Rose.
then and then we're saying that where the music stops, where we say, "I just couldn't face telling telling the parents." And then I read this scene the other day again because I can remember it all. And then it all goes all dark, and then all the music comes on. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then as soon as Rose goes for her throat, our brother comes and saves us. Once saves all of us because she could have killed us all. That Rose, couldn't she?
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
he more or less did sacrifice himself for us because Rose could have killed us all. But he come back and said, "I can do one good thing."
Yeah, yeah. So he held
Like
him back.
speaking of Alpha, that's an enemy because he was an enemy at first. Once he was terrorizing us, and then he helped us. I just hope it's not something like where Milton sacrifices himself because
Nope.
there's something bigger than his. But I can't see that happening.
No, no,
If I
no, no,
see
no.
something happening for a end of a book two, I just
Yeah.
don't know because of how other Dreamzone books have ended. But realistically, I reckon, like you said, it'll be something like where we go back to Hell or something and we see our mum or something. Where it'll be like the end few seconds will be like we're walking down there and when we open our eyes to see a picture of our mum, and then the book will just end like that.
Yeah, just like how Hero book ended, like we're in a different dimension.
Yeah. Because like that. Yeah, you know what I'm trying to say though. Like we're in hell. We're in it. Not no, we're not fighting, but do you know what I mean? We're in a very bad way, and then
Yeah.
our eyes keep pulsating and stuff like that. And then we open our eyes, and then it's our mum who comes and helps us. Like I don't think we're finished with just a book two for Devil's Deal at all.
Nope.
There's just too many
Yeah,
possibilities.
this is just the start. I mean, I can see Devil's Deal being like a big 35 series event, like if they want to do it. There's an
Well,
app called like Journey Interactive Story. So there's a story called like the Chef book, and it's a gender customizable main character. All the love interests are gender customizable. So 35 seasons. I read just first couple of chapters, and I was like, I'm out of here. Like 35 seasons? Are you kidding me? So in Dream Zones, this book could go like that. Hopefully
yeah,
not. Yeah.
no. I don't think we'd ever be able to stop talking about it. You know, but yeah, I mean, Devil's Deal. That's all I've got to add on that now.
Yeah, that's it. I can think of anything too that I wanted to share about Devil's Deal. Let me think. Betty. Then after that, we go to Diana and Sam. Then Miss Dawson thing. Then the paint. And we don't see Milton in this chapter. I don't think so. No. No.
No.
Yeah. That's pretty much it for Devil's Deal, I guess.
Yeah.
Also, I wanted to ask you, who is your favorite love interest in Dream Zone out of all the books?
I'd have to read them all again, but off the top of my head, I can't think. Um, Somebody who preferably has not betrayed us, but everybody has. I don't know. I can't think.
So the next time we'll talk about this then.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah. And what's your favorite music or song from Devil's Deal? Because they have lots of new songs and music.
Oh, oh! I was reading it the other day because I reread it again. I'm
What book?
rereading it again.
What book?
Devil's Deal. I can't think of the music. Not the da 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 da. That one's in bloody every bloody
Yeah, yeah,
chapter.
yeah,
That.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, I was reading it. It
Da, da,
was
da,
there.
da.
Yeah, yeah, it's interesting.
Oh, what's
Personally,
the
I like
ridiculous?
Half Humans. There's no stopping me. I think that song. I liked it so
Oh,
much. And there was,
um,
yeah, when you start the Impossible Game 2, they when you wear your clothes, they play a music. That's also touching.
I can't think.
Uh,
Uh,
can't tell you the exact lyrics because I don't remember. But
wait, I can't think of the Devil's Deal. My favorite song. It's not da 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 da. Da.
yeah, yeah, something like that.
I
Like
can't think.
yeah, like something bad is going to happen like that.
Do you know what? I'll have to get back to you on that. I'll have to screen record it and show you. I just
Oh
can't
yeah,
think for the life of me.
oh yeah, understand.
Mm. Yeah, I can't think. Well, speaking of choices, favorite music is "It Lives Beneath" and "It Lives in the Woods," hands down. And "Wanting a Breadword Manor."
Yeah, they're good. For me, I liked High School Story and America's Most Eligible Musics. High school is my first day to know where I'm standing. That's my first.
I know.
Yeah, that just brings back nostalgia. I love that. And America's Most Eligible, the beachside sound and Big Sky Country, super awesome.
Yeah, that was. Have you read Big Sky Country too?
I have read it a lot of times.
I didn't think that. Just speaking on that, sorry, before we go, the end of is it the last chapter in book two?
Yeah,
Without spoiling it, I didn't think they'd leave it that late, to be honest. But it was just a perfect time, wasn't it, to do that? If you know what I mean?
yeah.
It was like a sweet ending, a very very sweet ending.
Oh yeah, I know. I mean, a lot of people said like the open heart should have ended like that, or because that's just a really like you get a glimpse of your future, what is going
Yeah.
to happen. I mean, I did watch a series called Gordimer Gibbon's Life on Normal Street, so there they did the exact same thing. So like a cartoon sketch, they show us. So the protagonist character is leaving the town, leaving his two best friends behind for some time, and then they
Yeah.
show us like how they grow up, what happens after that, how their life goes. Like within like 7 to 9 minutes, they show it and end the series. And I think it's just super awesome. It has a different touch to it, and I love that.
Yeah, 100%. I think, to be honest, that's all I've got to add now, isn't it? I think we've talked about basically everything. And as well, I think we'll be back on, is it Friday?
Yeah, I think Friday. What did works for you? Friday or Sunday? I think 2 days we have in hand.
I don't really mind.
Okay,
Because
so
if you think about it, we'll still be able to talk about the books anyway, because they'll be coming out.
so I think if we do on Sunday, then I think we have like the Nanny affair. But for
Yep.
Friday, we don't have the Nanny affair. So that's the difference. Okay,
I
so
think if we do it on Friday, I think, let's just think about this. If we did it on
mhm,
Friday, we'd still be able to talk about Devil's Deal
yeah.
and that, but leave it for Monday again for the next one, if everybody's available, for Nanny Affair and stuff like that.
Oh, makes
But I
sense.
mean, yeah, yeah.
That'd be good. So
So then
okay,
if we
so
did it all
Friday.
on, because if we do it on Sunday, record on Monday, it's like, what are we going to talk about?
Yeah, yeah, makes sense. So Friday it's gonna be Devil's Deal and like two Devil's Deal episodes
Yeah,
and a bit of Nanny Affair chapter 12, and then
yeah.
on Monday the Nanny Affair mainly and something else because we'll have more on Queen B for sure. That
Yes. Can't wait.
yeah.
Well, yeah, I think that's it then.
Oh yeah. So that seems like it. All right. So so next time see you.
All right, then. Yeah, I guess I'll see you in Friday.
Yep. And stay safe. Take care. Thanks for joining. Appreciate
Thank
it.
you. Thank you.
Yeah. Stay safe.
Goodbye.
Take care. Bye.